And we start. Let me say hello to everyone. It's Wednesday and the day when we are sharing with you different programs worldwide about career orientation and working with youth and helping them to find their real road in the life. Just because we are very much in career orientation as Cascade People in Business, especially our Zooming program, we are really trying to share as much as possible because people are really trying different things worldwide and they have very good success stories. And today we are going to share with you one success story, which is very interesting, and I'm sure that we're going to have very good time together. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Fulgor Esajas, which is who actually is from Suriname and is the founder of Suriname Speaking Academy and knows everything about the youth and youth development, and he has an extensive experience in youth-to-youth working processes. Because, and why because, he will tell us now. Hello, Fulgor.
Bari 𝐒𝐄𝐑𝐈𝐄𝐒. Yes, Urak linel ashtech.
Urach es linel ashtech. Մենք էլ ենք ուրախ. We are happy to help you.
Yes,
good.
Wonderful,
So
wonderful.
The first two words in Armenian you know already, and the more we go, more you will learn. Thank you very much for coming and joining us, Fulgor. And actually, I know that you have very extensive experience in with youth and especially in public speaking. And just for the beginning, I would love for you to share who you are. Just tell a bit about yourself and what kind of activities you do in your country and worldwide.
What a wonderful call, and a great speaker you are, Ms. RP. I often say nothing sells like enthusiasm and nothing spreads like enthusiasm. I'm talking about my signature strength as a personality, and I refer to myself as a bold enthusiast. And furthermore, I made it my mission actually to improve lives and add value everywhere I go. And one of the ways I definitely help people is with the art and the skill of public speaking, but also, you know, all the activities with regard to personal and professional development, helping other people finding their passion, their purpose, and you know, their aim in life. I have to say at the beginning of this call that together with the team that I work with, we are in the business of upskilling, and the bigger brand that we are representing is the 𝐒𝐿 brand, where we have different, different services and products that we offer, such as, sales training, we have business training, we have, of course, as you mentioned yourself, public speaking training, and a very special one is our acting program. So with these services, we help other people in upskilling to become better human beings in general.
Yeah. As much as I know, you have trained more than 90 youth on basic skills and pre-employment skills, which is something that is very, very important worldwide. I mean, it's not only for Armenia, but it's also for a lot of countries. Helping youth to have the skills that are necessary to get employed and find their path. Okay, let me just jump into, just because we have very limited time, and I really want to get as much as possible during these 40 minutes. So I have questions, and I want to tell our audience that we are happy if they ask questions. We are here to answer the questions that you have. So whatever you feel you want to ask Fulgor, it's right time to write down. And I have my mobile phone, so I'm following your questions and your watches and everything. So whenever I see that you have question, I will ask to Fulgor, and he will for sure he will answer. And just because I have my questions too, let me start with the question about public speaking, because you are very much in that. And just would love to ask you, what is public speaking, why it is important, why people go to public speaking school, like what is the purpose of it?
Yes, yes. Wow, it's probably my favorite question of this whole conversation, I can say immediately, because, you know, as I mentioned at the beginning, we are in the business of upskilling. And one of the things we help people with is upskilling in the skill of public speaking, of speaking publicly. And it is very, very important because we all need it. In essence, to emphasize this, we are talking beings, first of all. We all need to understand that we are talking beings. So speaking lies in the center of our existence. And to have a response on your question, what is public speaking? I can revert to speaking in front of others, or go and stand in front of a group and share a message. But now I want to approach this question out of the perspective of the individual, of the person itself. And the meaning and the definition that we maintain is that public speaking is loving yourself.
Oh.
Yes, yes, yes. You didn't expect that. Oh, I see the surprise effect on your face.
Loving yourself.
Yes, what of course.
Open the brackets, please.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, you need to love yourself, because that's the way you gain connection. That's the way you develop that energy, that aura, which captivate people. And in public speaking, you need that. You need to be able to connect with people. You need to be able to properly, have a message and send it out and make it come across well. So in public speaking, it is very important not only to love yourself, because who will say no if you ask them, do you love yourself? Everybody will say yes. But the bigger secret here is not only to love yourself, but to get to know who you are. And if you get to know who you are first, you will love yourself. So these are two elements which are very important in public speaking. Get to know who you are and ground yourself in that, but also develop that self-love and self-appreciation. And those two combined develop that inner strength, that self-assuredness, and that power from within to speak convincingly and concisely.
So we say that public speaking is not only public speaking, it's much more.
Much more.
It's love, it's, yeah.
Yes, yes. And if you, absolutely. And if you love yourself, the energy comes from within. The connection comes from within, and people will sense that, and people will feel that. If you love yourself, it shines from within, and people are drawn to that. So if you speak, people will listen, and that is the ultimate goal.
Okay, let me ask a question, a tricky question.
Yes.
Let's say you love yourself, but you don't love people. How it goes?
Interesting question. And that is not possible. If you love yourself, you will ultimately love other people, because we are made, as one of my colleagues says, we are made to coexist.
Oh.
Yes, we are made to coexist, and we are here for each other. So automatically, if you start the process of finding out who you are, finding out what your purpose is in life, finding out what your mission is, and, besides that, finding out what your vision is and where you're going to, you will develop a certain love for humanity and for life. And you will stand still on the fact that life is a gift. So with that being said, the awareness around that it develops an inner feeling of self-esteem, love, peace of mind, wanting to share, wanting to serve, and wanting to help others. And that ultimately grows your love for humanity. And your love for life, and your love for life.
Yes, and for every single moment that you have in this life.
Amazing. True.
I just love the logic that you are presenting. That's why I'm like trying to continue. But I
wow, amazing.
Yeah,
yes.
I appear more to listen you than speak myself. So thank you. It seems like we understood the global picture. Now let's go to more specifics. Like I would love you to share with us about the I Speak International Speaking Program, its goals, what you are doing there, like some details just to understand.
Yes, thank you so much for this question. Very important question that you're asking here. First of all, I Speak is a program of the 𝐶𝐻 brand that we are representing all over the world. And it is very important to understand that it is an international speaking program. And besides the speaking program, as I emphasized at the beginning, we are in the business of upskilling, not only in public speaking, but in sales, in acting, in business, and we have different programs, as I just mentioned. So actually, the essence of what we do at 𝐶𝐻 is to, and actually the name says it already, we ground people in excellence. We actually prepare people to strive for excellence, and we ground them in striving for continuous personal betterment in every way in their lives. And especially in the four main categories that I just mentioned: business, sales, speaking, and acting. So with that being said, the I Speak International Speaking Program, a lot of research and development goes into it, because we have different target groups, and as a team, we emphasize that public speaking, right? You don't learn in 3 days or in a month or in 2 months, right? It's a continuous learning process, a process of effort, of hard work, of getting to know who you are, of practicing, of making mistakes, of allowing yourself doing it poorly at the beginning, but growing in that and grounding yourself in that. So a lot of research and development goes into that, on how to package our programs for our target groups, but also how to structure our programs. So for instance, one of my colleagues, Mr. Blezen, he is responsible for advisory and the training department. And Mr. Chris, great man, he is responsible for, he is actually the co-owner and also one of the trainers. So a lot of research and development goes into this work, but with that being said, it's a continuous process. So for instance, we have the A-level program where people come to learn about public speaking for a whole year, where they receive training, counseling, coaching in how to speak publicly, but also a B level, where people come and learn in 2 months. A D level, a C level where people come to learn in 2 months, a B level where people come to learn in 1 month, and our favorite program, the E level, is where people come to learn the basics of public speaking in 3 days. So we have different packages. Yes. So we have a 3-day package where we actually drill people. Yes, drilling is part of the process. Straightforward and directly, of course, because we are more than trainers. At 𝐶𝐻, we are activists to ground people in excellence. So drilling is part of the process. But it is part of learning, and it is part of improvement. And you need that, because very often we got sunken in bad habits and ways of thinking. So you need to challenge that. And you need to take people out of their comfort zone into a place of no boundaries, a place of freedom, independence, not only in thinking, but doing. So a lot of fun stuff and a lot of learning.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, I have a question, just because I really want us to share some tips, because yeah, we can speak a lot about what is public speaking. It is important. You can learn it in 3 days, you can learn it in 3 months, etc., etc. But as far as to my knowledge, like the main thing that people are saying when you say public speaking, they are saying there's a fear of audience, right? Like I do remember myself when I was in university and I had to have some, you know, my thesis. I had to present it to the public. I really passed this fear. I do remember how my mom helped me with this, but I would love to ask you to share, like, how to overcome this fear.
Yes. First, I have a question. What were you feeling exactly? What were you feeling exactly when you experienced the fear from inside?
I don't have that. I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, I love myself.
Wow, amazing, amazing.
I love myself, and through me, I love people. So I really don't have fear. Of course, I mean, it's not, if I say that I feel like not stressed, it will be really a lie, because you always are stressed when you are going to speak somewhere. You always think how it will go, etc., etc. But if I go to this young period, like when I was 17, 18, and I have really this fear, I think it was mostly connected with acceptance, like whatever you are saying is not interesting, it's not accepted, people will not get it, or will be not interested with the topic or your personality, you know, this kind of things.
Yes, I totally understand. First of all, and I will be very aggressive here because it's required. Tackle fear. Tackle fear. You need to tackle fear, but at the same time, love fear. And with the love for fear, you tackle fear.
Oh my God.
Yes. Absolutely, I can definitely understand. It is actually, you know, contra. But the way you tackle fear is by running towards it and embracing it and loving it. Because if you look at it closely, you know, first of all, we all want to be successful. I think success, I need to correct myself as I speak now. Success is a natural thing that we all, you know, have ambitions for. It doesn't matter in which field of life, or it doesn't matter what we want. And fear is something that very often holds us back from achieving our full potential. But at the same time, if you look at it closely, fear is a great indication of what you should do, right? If you experience fear, for instance, if you refer to public speaking, if you experience, if you have an audience of 20 participants, you speak in front of them. People say, wow, you did it so well. I have a bigger audience of 30 people, let's say. If the fear is there, right, it is a wonderful indication of what you should do. Because if you tackle the audience of 30 people, means you can go even bigger and bigger and bigger, with more opportunities, with more, you know, chances, with more speaking gigs, with more confidence, with more self-assuredness. So fear is actually a wonderful indication of what you should do. And on the other side of fear, there lies growth, there lies excellence, there lies, you know, potential realization. So run towards fear, embrace it. And the way you tackle fear is by loving it. So embrace it from today on.
Okay, go.
Yes.
Got it. Listen, people, go and love your fears. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. If you fear something, actually, let me put it this way. If you go out through the day and you don't fear something, or you have not experienced some kind of fear, it means that you're not growing. It means that you that you are stuck in life. We should face our fears every day, because that's the way we tap potential. That's the way we, get out of our comfort zone, and we become more. And to the universe, and to God, and to power, it is somehow our responsibility to become more, to be more, to experience more, to do more, to create more. It's our duty, it's our responsibility. So fear, loving fear, embracing fear is absolutely part of that. Tackle it.
Okay, got it. Got it. Let's talk about the youth, okay? Because the program is about youth, about developing youth, about their perspectives, etc. So is there, just because you are working with different age groups, and just because you have this extensive experience working with youth and seeing how they react and how they develop, etc., will you give some insights? What are the age characteristics in public speaking? Like, what differs youth from the others in public speaking?
Of course, yes. Very, very good questions. We have public speaking in many forms and in different ways. And for the youth, for instance, it's also different. A business presentation is different than a presentation of, an MZ, for instance, or someone who pitches something, or someone who sells something, or someone who just presents news. But, you have public speaking in different forms and in different ways. And for the youth, as you asked, a presentation for young people should be spontaneous. It should be joyous. It should be free. It should be independent. It should be exciting. And that is what we stimulate with our, with our I Speak training. We have different target groups, such as the kids, we have adults, we have teens, we have businesses, we have, this the social department of speaking. So it is different. But with regard to the youth, it is sometimes challenging. I'm gonna give in to that. Is very challenging sometimes to let them understand, the importance of public speaking, because they are in their adolescence, and the challenges that come with puberty. But it is wonderful to see when they just blow up and become themselves and explore with it and have fun with speaking. And let me tell you, if young people just open themselves up and really go for self-expression, you will be surprised, because they are faced with a lot of information and a lot of challenges they come up against. And if they get such a platform to publicly speak, you hear those challenges, you hear those problems, you hear those reasons why they don't want to do things, or why they don't want to follow somebody, or why they do follow some people, or why they have certain, examples. So public speaking gives them the opportunity to express themselves boldly, right? Then we come in as Excel Edu to teach them not only to stand in front of the group and speak, but we teach them confidence, we teach them interpersonal communication, we teach them speaking and thinking in context, right? And also value human exchange, value exchanging messages and listening and appreciating human contact. So first of all, getting them to the point to appreciate speaking, and then we come with the skills to make them more professional and stronger.
So does it mean that you motivate them and then only give the skills?
Yes. So because motivation is required, you need to get them to the point, and motivation is a great way to get them to that point. So we definitely motivate them. We definitely, inspire them. We definitely, challenge their thinking and challenge the way they think about public speaking in the first place. And then we come with the skills. Then we come with the technical aspects of speaking, such as taking into account your demeanor, eye contact, voice usage, movement, interacting, having focus, learning how to structure your message, having a message, learning how to bring your message across, but also loving your audience, respecting your audience, enjoy the moment, have fun. Yeah. I'm in a training already, so sorry, I'm too excited.
I do understand. Enjoy the moment, have fun. Okay, let's enjoy the moment and have fun. How
yes, of course.
Motivate to the young person to open up in this sphere? What are the elements
yes,
that you use to motivate this person?
Good question. Ms. RP, there is one thing, right, that we all need to understand.
May I interrupt you? I'm sorry. Yeah. You are the only person in the world that is calling me Ms. RP.
Okay. So I will say RP.
Yes, just RP.
Okay. RP, there is a certain aspect in personal and professional development and in public speaking also, and that is self-esteem. Right? Understanding the importance of self-esteem. And with self-esteem, I mean, self-appreciation, self-love, as I mentioned at the beginning. Because if you love yourself, whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you're, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. If you have a sense of self-esteem and an understanding of self-esteem, it gives a certain push from the inside to express yourself. So that is what we channel within our motivation sessions with young people, with the youth. Understanding who you are, but within that, understanding, self-esteem, and learn how to love yourself. And as soon as they got that, they open up, because self-esteem gives a sense of importance. You feel a sense of inner importance, and it shines from within. So if you have that feeling from the inside, you will ultimately open up. You will ultimately say, no, my opinion is important, and let me speak up. Let me say what's on my mind. Let me speak my mind, right? But also to do it in a healthy, grounded, and good way, proper way.
I'm just thinking, like, it's very easy to say, let's raise the self-esteem, but how to do it? What is the key, like, actions that one should have in mind? Like, you have a person that have low self-esteem. How you work with him to raise it?
Then we go out and we just start the process of getting to know who you are, because getting to know who you are ultimately stimulates self-esteem. So we stand still on different aspects, such as, what are your values? What do you stand for? What are your qualities? What is your purpose? Very important, right? What do you associate yourself with? Right? And if you have a good understanding and grip on those things, it opens up and it gives you self-knowledge, and self-knowledge gives a certain level of self-awareness, right? And that process teaches us that if you set out the course of self-development and personal development and getting to know who you are, within that process, you develop a certain love for yourself. And within that love, you strengthen almost unknowingly your self-esteem, right? So those are the key things that you need to understand. Self-esteem doesn't come natural. No, you need to work on it. And it requires a lot of hard work. It requires a lot of thinking, a lot of training. And that is, also, in the program of iSpeak, where we just have, different exercises practical, straightforward, directly, you know, to people who are struggling, first of all, with their themselves, knowing who they are and their self-esteem.
Okay. Can you play an exercise with me?
Of course. Let's start. Okay. So welcome RP. Tell me, please, who are you? Who are you? Go on.
I am a change maker.
Great. Please tell me more. Make it personal. Make it personal. Make it you. Because there is no youer than you, right?
Right.
Yes, there is no youer than you. There is no other RP. You are unique, you are special, you are precious, you are a wonderful human being. So please tell me more about you. I know that you're a change maker, and now I want to know about some other personal aspects of your of who you are.
I am a person that is always looking for alternative things in the life, like like finding the ways to bring something new. And just because I have this my devotion to human resource management since my 20s, like I'm here more than 27 years, I'm doing human resource management and I'm helping people to do human resource management.
Why?
Because I love this profession, because I found my way in my early stage. I was lucky enough to find my destiny in the life. And I started from my career from human resources, and I continued it, and I still feel that this is the main streamline in my life.
Okay, so actually, I love the information that you provide about your profession. It's wonderful, and I can see that you are good at what you do. I can sense that. But the one thing I wait for, and I'm very curious to understand and to get to know, is what is the real reason you choose for human resource development? There lies the answer. Please tell us, share it with us.
The reason is that I love people.
Okay.
It's all about people.
Wow, amazing. You love people. Okay, so actually you're a social kind of a person.
Yes, of course.
Right? See there is where we there is where we find one quality of you already. You love people and you are, you are socially very active. Now we will go to your core values. What do you value? What do you consider important for yourself?
Principles. Like
yes, of course.
Keeping the line where you don't
share two with us.
I would say that the change is a core value for me, because when there is no change, I don't feel comfortable.
Wow,
like
okay.
Permanent change in the life is something I value.
Amazing.
Of course, it should be positive change, but whatever, like challenges and change is something that I love and I really feel comfortable with.
Amazing. Wow, you're expressing a lot of yourself right now. I love it. So actually, you see change. Give me another value that you consider important for yourself. What is that? You have change and freedom. So what do you actually mean with freedom? Freedom is a big word.
Freedom is very it's relative category, because when you say freedom, we all understand that there is no freedom at all, because we always make a choice within the limits of the choices provided, right? But at least freedom is to make the choice that is yours and more is relevant to your inner motivation, your inner challenges, the way you see the things. That freedom I value.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So actually, you mean is it the same as independence?
Yeah, might be.
Okay,
Might be.
okay. Because there is a difference, right, between freedom and independence.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Freedom,
You can.
freedom is more fancy. That's it. It sounds.
Okay. It sounds, yes. Okay, okay. So I love that. So actually, freedom and change. And one of your qualities is that you love people, so you are a very social person. So now comes the big question. What do you stand for?
Okay. For better life.
What do you mean with that? A better life? Can you explain it? Just give it to me in one word or one powerful sentence, because I know that you're a very powerful woman and speaking is about power and standing in your own power. So what do you stand for?
Bringing happiness to the people that I deal with.
Why?
Just because I feel I can do that.
Okay, amazing, amazing. And please explain to us, how do you do that? Shortly.
With the means that are applicable to me, with the means that I have, like the knowledge, yes, the energy, the experience, the just listening, if needed mentoring, if needed coaching, if needed whatever tools are available, whatever methods you have, like whatever you have, you share. And when you share, you get it back. I mean, it's two-way road.
Yes, yes, wonderful, wonderful. So what do you stand for exactly? Can you just emphasize it?
For better life for people.
So it's not convincing enough. And public speaking is about being strong. Please tell me, what do you stand for? Like,
for better life. For people.
Great. Wow, 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 wow. That is wonderful. That is very good.
Okay.
and
I wasn't anticipating to pass this, you know, shrink exercise on live stream.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. And one last question before we close this exercise. Okay. What do you associate yourself with?
With sun.
What are the oh, amazing, amazing. And what are the characteristics of the sun that captivate you?
Yeah, like, but sometimes I can, I mean, it has positive sides and negative sides too, because sun sometimes burn too. It's not always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. But what is the one thing of the sun that captivates you?
Thank you very much. It was very, very, you know, fascinating experience. I haven't done it for a long period of my time. So
see that.
Thank you.
Amazing, wonderful.
So we have questions. The first question is, usually during public speaking, you have a lot of things to share with the public, but the time is limited. How do you manage it?
By only one word. Focus.
Okay.
Having focus and, you know, combine it with good timing. Public speaking is a skill of timing, and timing is a skill within public speaking itself. So it is very important to understand that you need to structure your message, structure the content of your presentation, and after that, stick to it. And of course, you must be natural. You must present it in a natural, spontaneous way. But you need to keep in mind that you are, you know, busy with a public, and you need to respect the public, their time, and make the most of the time that you have when you speak. And with that being said, it requires focus, it requires structure, and it requires, you know, discipline to really stand your ground and finishing.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next
that takes practice.
The next question is, at what age should people start developing their public speaking skills? And is there any age limit?
You know, there is no limit. Very often society places so many limits on ourselves that sometimes you don't even, know. But there is no age limit. From the time we are born, speaking, we are confronted with speaking. Speaking lies within us. So the early ages from kids, you can start with public speaking. Like for instance, in our kids program, we start at 6 years old. But before that, yes, of course, and it's wonderful. Public speaking of kids is just a privilege to experience. It's just breathtaking, honestly. And very often they come with creative material that they design themselves, with their passion, with something that they love, and it is just beautiful to experience. But at the same time, before they come to the program, they are already in school. They are already in, how do you call it? Before elementary school. Please help me. How do you call that? Before elementary school?
Kindergarten.
Yes, kindergarten. So there you learn how to sing. You learn how to, you learn how to tell stories. You learn the art of storytelling. So before that, indirectly you learn how to speak. And when you come within the program of I Speak as a Kid, it's broader and bigger and greater with a stage and with an audience. Oh, there's where the challenge lies.
Right. Oh, I'm looking to the watch. I think we have exaggerated our time, but I have a really very important question to you to ask at the end. Please. What will be your advice to youth?
Love yourself. Love yourself. And with that being said, the cure to self-love is self-discovery. So if you are part of this call today, start that discovery process now. And with the tips that we shared here, you are on the right way. And of course, we will be happy and more than willing to help you to get to know who you are and become better at public speaking, because it's not only for yourself, but it's actually a duty to people in your environment. And many people that are listening right now have esteem needs, right? They want to grow. They want to earn a certain respect of society. They want to go out and pursue their dreams. They want to maybe, be part of the international workforce. And speaking will be a deciding factor of how people see you, how people perceive you, how people think about you. Is very important, very, very important. So start the message that I have for the youth to emphasize is start with a process of self-discovery, and that will lead to self-love. Love yourself.
Love yourself and be loved.
Yes.
The last thing I want to say hello to Abdul Samad Khan, who was the person that made us to meet, actually. And he wrote a message. That's why I just want to say hello and thank you very much for acquainting us, me and you. Like,
what is the message?
You just say two amazing people go in life. So we are amazing people.
Wow. Yes, of course.
I really enjoyed our conversation today, and thank you very much for really accepting my invitation and coming to Armenia virtually. I really hope one day you will come like physically, and I will show you, we will show you actually our land and our mountains, and enjoy these touristic places that we have a lot. And crossing fingers that everything will be good and the borders will be open and we will have more opportunities to do something together.
Absolutely, it's not a question. And actually, I don't like the word hope, because when everything is under control, we will definitely visit Armenia. Actually, it will happen very soon. We have wonderful programs for Armenia, and we have to come. It's a wonderful country, and you are a wonderful speaker, not only, but a good representation.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I wish everyone good to have good evening, the hours that are remaining till the end of the day. Yes. And see you soon with other guests. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you, Fulgor. Have a nice day, and say hello to your colleagues. I really looking forward to host them too someday. With love, RP and Fulgor. Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please reach out to us. Thank you, thank you.
Bye, bye.